New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, AATLMIADMV, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met it from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and ready. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville. Then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sun, California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga, and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me a Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Mother Nature has decided to show up here, and rain is sure to have an impact on this game. Ball security will come into play, as both teams will have to deal with some very slippery conditions. It's the Texans going up against the Patriots. So with that, let's get up to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Brady now on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's down right there. Hey, 20!
Brady to throw on second down. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Brady throwing on second down. And that'll be incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Over the middle, it's Amendola. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Miller, the lone setback. They'll get the football here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Second down following the run. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. Dumps it complete to Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The former first-round pick from Boise State, Shea McClellan, from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9.
Green 39! Green 39!
On second down, Osweiler. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Patriots. So a first-quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Brady now to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Now, if it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt, but with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Now Brady. And this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Fuller brings it in over the middle. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On 4th down, the Texans will turn it over to the active leader in punting yards, and that's Shane Lechler. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. Slant route caught by Edelman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Brady throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The new acquisition, Martellus Bennett, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game. What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And this is caught. It's Edelman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah. You can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
Now Brady again. And that'll be incomplete. LeGarrette Blount was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, though, give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Caught by Amendola. Patriot touchdown. Danny Amendola, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down and, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching there.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. On 2nd down, here's Miller. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean or no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Will Fuller was the intended target, and that brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Houston defense we watch as they get set to go. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. They'll run again with Blow. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Screen pass to Blunt, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Brady gives now to Blunt. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Slant route caught by Edelman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go.
Now Osweiler on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
From the gun on third down, Osweiler. And it's caught by Shorts. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, Osweiler. Out to the right here to Wilson. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play action. It's Osweiler. He's got time in the pocket. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Throwing again, Osweiler. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Second down on the offense, needing 5 yards. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out here in the eye. Now a carry for Blount. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The final shot before half for Brady. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this one will actually go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how we conclude this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios where Larry Ridley... And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they thought they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
23 yards on the play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the...
And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks them up.
And avoids the turnover. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jay Prosh, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans cut into that lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
This will be fielded at the 6. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
3 down, 3 down.
They start on the ground here with Blunt. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, here's Blount. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Well, after what we just saw, we know that with 3rd down coming up, this is not a gimme for the offense. They've got to figure out what the...
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Here's Ryan Allen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Texans take possession. And let's shift now to talking about the Patriots defense. Last drive, touchdown, surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders, as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
Miller, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
This is the running back, Blue. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Now it's Osweiler. Fuller brings it in over the middle. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
To throw is Osweiler. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Cecil Shorts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
And his pass incomplete.
And there was a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney in there to drop him with his 1st sack of 2016. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
This is taken at about the 14. Oh, little 360. Now, nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 30.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Hurry up. Here we go. All right, now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, it's Miller. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Miller, the lone setback. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
First down.
Solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing on first down is Brady. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. Caught, left side, Bennett. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now Blunt, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just third and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Martellus Bennett, the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Brady again here on second and 10. Slant route caught by Edelman. The reception good for 7. It's third down, and he is picking up right where he left off a week ago. I wrote down, so funny here on my notes, what he said last week, and after we talked to him about the good game, he said, I will do it again, and I wrote those words down, and he's done it again.
And it's not bragging if you're doing it, right? Because that's exactly what he's told you, and he is getting it done. Smooth in the secondary, making catches, making plays. That's the guy that we know.
Here's the battering ram Blunt. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down.
And on 4th and 1 as a running back, you're looking for any seam you can find. This is not where you want to be a hero and break pick off a big one. You just need to make sure you get that yard. And here he picks up the first down with a couple of yards to spare.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. And quickly they get to the line. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's first and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guy.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Dion Lewis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athletic.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Brady going to look to throw. He finds the tight end Harbor, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They come out here in the eye. Here's Blunt. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down. They'll run it here with Blunt. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Brady gives this one to Lewis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. All right, partner, still pretty early in the season here, but it always feels good to be undefeated.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what part of the season. When you're putting together wins like this, every team will take that type of a record. Gives you confidence for the rest of the year going on.
So for New England, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.